Hey, this is Nessa, and today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial using the displacement map in Unreal 5. And the displacement maps that are going to be used are from JS Placements. I haven't seen anyone do a tutorial using it in Unreal 5, so hopefully this helps somebody out. So let's just get into it. What be too long? Alright, so this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to do displacements with JS Placements. So first you're going to need the program. You're going to download it by Googling JS Placements. It's going to be the first option. Let's just click on that. And whatever system you have, just download it. I already have it installed. I'm not going to go into detail how to install a program. So yeah, so we're going to do that part. I'm going to close that out. Alright, so we have JS Placements opened here. We're going to click these little squares, and then you have your options of which ones you'd like to use. We have the dot grid, we have the wire, and we have velvet, we have classic, and this is what I like to use for making a little city real quick, because you have little options to change and remove whatever you like. Yeah, you can just fiddle with that. So what we're gonna use here, because this is my favorite, it's gonna be JS Placements 2, and they have other subcategories in here as well. We have the classic set. Let's click on here. This is what the classic set looks like. We have the crap pack, which is what we're going to be using today. And then we have big data, which is also pretty cool looking as well. We have Agromax, which is also pretty nice as well. And then we have custom sprites. I don't know, this always seems to take forever to load on my computer, but yeah, so we're going to be using crap pack. And you can adjust it. As you can see, all of these have their own settings. You have the background, iterations, you have the sprite scaling. I'm not going to mess with that because this is 8K and it's a pretty huge file, so when I do try to go up too high, it does like run up my CPU. And then we have the iterations. Yeah, so there's lots of options we can do. So just gonna keep it simple today. I'm gonna make the background dark. Let's wait while it loads up. There we go. They lower this a little bit. There we go. Not too much going on. Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one. Alright, so it's fairly simple. You're going to save the height, which is going to be our height map, of course. And once again, you can save anywhere you'd like. I personally am saving it on the desktop, just because we're doing a tutorial, and I'm just going to be dragging and dropping. So I'm saving them on the desktop, so I have my height map. Sorry, let me save that again. I just messed it up. There we go. So I saved my height map. I'm going to save my normal. And I'm going to save my color. So to get the color, you're going to go to Toggle Colorizer, and they have these options. They're all pretty cool. Use whatever you'd like. My personal favorite is this one. The red one. The green one. And the black one. Today we're going to be using this little red one. It's like red, purple, dark grays, bluish. I really like that one. I'm going to save the color. And you can save any amount of the same color as long as you don't click the screen. If you click the screen, it's going to reset. Yeah, so just don't click the screen. Just click the colors you want, and then you change what you like. You change if you want different variations, but just don't click the screen until you know you're done, because then you can't get back that variation of crap packs. Hey guys, so quickly, just in case somebody doesn't have the modeling mode already loaded in, it is beta. So you are going to have to go into your plugins. You're going to have to type modeling, and you're going to have to check it because once again it is in beta, so it doesn't automatically come with Unreal 5. You are going to have to restart Unreal for it to load up and work. Alright guys, so I have Unreal opened here, and this is just a new level. It has lights and the floor, and that's all. That's all we need for this tutorial. Alright, let's get into it. So we have the content browser. I usually hit mine at the tab instead of having it down here, because once you click it, it disappears, and I don't like docking it here because it takes up too much space. And that's just a personal preference for me and how I work. Alright, so I already made a folder called Displacements. I'm gonna grab the assets here and just drag them into Unreal. You can import it. I just like to drag and drop. It works best for me. So awesome. We have them imported here. I'm gonna save it. Control-Shift-S is how you save all. So give it a second to save. Your system might be faster than mine, but mine's just a little tiny bit slow. So bear with me. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is actually create the material. Let me change the thumbnail size to huge because I can't see well. So what we're gonna need is all of these. I'm thinking I'm gonna use this color because I really like the brightness of it. I usually like this kind of color, but that's fine. I did both just in case. Alright, so we're going to, I'm sorry, I didn't do that first. So we're gonna actually create a material. So we're gonna right click and click on material, or you can do it from here. But this is just easier. And we're just going to name it. I'm using the name function that Unreal uses. M underscore, and then whatever your name is. I'm just going to put JS placements to keep it simple. Simple. Don't mind me. Alright, so we got that made. And once I open that up, it's going to tab for me. I guess it knows. But usually, you know, just put it where you want. So we have an empty material. Now we're going to drag and drop our colors. I use Control to click on the ones I need, since I'm not using all of them. Alright, it already makes a texture sample for you, so that's one less thing you need to do. So I have my color, which is going to go into my base color. We have the height map, which I'm going to use for the roughness. And then I have my normal map. So we're going to use a constant. So you can either right click and type in constant, or the shortcut is hold the 1 and then left click. Up to you. I like doing 1 left click. Or you could just duplicate it. Control D. Alright, so they're going to need a multiply as well. I don't know if there's a shortcut for this one yet. But yeah, just right click and search. And duplicating that, Control D. Alright, so we're just going to be connecting these nodes, nothing too serious. The constant is what gives you the control, and the multiply is what makes you connect two things into one. So we're going to connect that to the normal. We're going to connect this to A, B, this is going to be roughness. So roughness, if you hover over some of them, they tell you it actually tells you the ratios or the values. So 0 is smooth, 1 is rough. I'm going to put it 1 for rough. This is going to be 1 as well for default. The normal doesn't really matter too much in this situation. So, yeah, you see that? Yeah. Alright, then the base color. We're just yeeting that inside. Alright, so we have our texture. And we have our material. Sweet. So roughness, 1, blah, 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 blah. So I like to keep things neat. I'm going to hide the unused connectors. You see that? Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So it's all neat. It's so neat. Oops. Just ignore this part. I just like the way it looks. Yeah, so don't mind me. But yeah, if you want to keep things neat, you could do that. Hide and use connectors. Also, home brings you all the way here. Somehow, if you're like editing, you're somehow way out here, that would be wild. You hit home and it gets you back here. Right? All right. And stats. I don't need the stats right now at the moment for what I'm doing, so I usually hide it. Hide unrelated. We don't have anything there either. And then this is all set. All right, so we have our material. I'm not going to make a material instance for this. You know, I am. Making a material instance so it can update live. So once we work on it, we need to update something. It instantly updates. So let me open it. So yeah, and then we have we didn't create in parameters for this, but if you wanted to, you can create parameters by right-clicking on the constant, convert to a parameter. Let's say this is roughness. Like, suppose if you know you want to edit it after the fact, the roughness or shiny. I didn't put metallic. I probably should have, but no, I don't think any need that right now. Convert to parameter. This is normal. You know what? Let's actually use the metallic just for the hell of it. I'm going to duplicate this node for the metallic. And the one for metallic, it doesn't, it's still 0, 1, but it doesn't really show you. But yeah, you see that? It's nice. Okay, I'm lying. It's nice. That does look nice. All right. Cool. So we have our metallic, we have our roughness, and we have our normal. Yeah. Oh, cool. That works, guys. That works. Pull that a little closer. We're gonna save it. So roughness is gonna be 1, metallic. Oh, that's metallic. There we go. Let me switch that to metallic. Metallic. Alright, now I'm gonna save it again. So once we do that, we have all the parameters. They're gonna show up in our material instance. So we just have to click it to enable it. It's gonna say global, and then it's gonna pop up here. So yeah, that looks, I think that looks good. Oh, it's a full moon. Alright, so we are going to start modeling. So we're going to create the mesh. So we're going to go up to here. We're going to do modeling. It's just Shift 5 for the shortcut, or you just come up here and click it. Alright, so we're going to make a plane. We're not going to use the rectangle. There's no height if we use that, unfortunately. So we have to make a plane using the box, which is super easy. You have all your edits right here that you can customize. So the width is going to be 1,000, and this is just for the demo, for the tutorial. You can make it whatever height you want to, or width. Yeah, width, height, whatever you want. It can be all up to you. And we're going to do the height at 20, just so we can see what's going on when we're editing it in a displacement. So here's our plane. Sorry guys. And the important part here, guys, is the subdivisions. These all have to be maxed out. 100. They all go up to 100. So subdivisions are important because they add smoothness to your mesh, and it actually adds details. So your details would be looking sharp and fancy. Yeah, it just makes the details a lot more better and smoother, because no one wants a raggedy mesh with no details. So yeah, so I have everything set here. I am going to add my materials here as well, just to, you know, do it all in one step. So we're going to drag my material instance over here, and let's plop it in. Did I not do it? Let me do that again. I think I might have missed it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, so we have our material, and you can see the edits we did and the materials are showing, which looks really good. Glad I added the metallic, it really adds some dimensions to it. And we're going to hit complete. And before I do that, the scale, I left it at 1 because if you bring it up, the scale gets smaller. I could show you just in case we accidentally do that. You're like, what did I do? So yeah, it's getting smaller. If you can see that, let me just do it a little harsher. She's comfortable, comfy with, oh, there we go. So you see that? It's a little bit smaller. So the higher the scale, the smaller it's going to get. So depending on what you're doing, you could change it, but right now we're not. And now we're going to hit complete. Awesome. So now we're done with shapes. I'm going to close out everything else just so no one gets confused about where we're working at. We're going to be using the deform tool. I'm going to close all of these so we're not using it. I know I get confused easily, so help somebody out there who works like that. I'm going to actually put my box into the mesh that I made, the mesh folder. I'm going to rename it as well. So F2 is for renaming. I'm just going to name it JS Placements, just to keep it simple. Alright, and you can drag and drop, or you can right click and move to folder. Once again, it's up to you. I'm not going to nitpick how you work. Alright, so we're going to make sure we're clicking our mesh, and then we're going to hit displacement. And let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. See what I'm doing. Alright, so once you open up the displacement, you're going to see Perlin noise. We're going to click here for the displacement type, and it's going to be texture 2D map. And let me move this out a little bit more so you can see more. There we go. I'm so sorry, my throat. Alright, so we are going to change the subdivision type to flat, because the triangles, we don't need that. Doesn't look great. The subdivisions, I'm going to add 6 more because I think it looks a little bit better. You can leave that 4, but I think it looks better if I add 6 more divisions. And for me to add 6 more, I need to click disable size warning. And you see here, desired number of divisions, 10 exceeds maximum number. So to get rid of that disable warning, just click here. Under advanced, if it's not showing, it's under advanced, disable size warning. And I can put it up to 10. And I personally think it looks better. Once again, it's up to you how you want your mesh to look, so, or your model. So do what you please. All right. So now we have that. My computer's still running. Give me a second. She's comfortable, comfort within my skin. I love myself, goddamn cozy. I'm cozy. Okay. Yes, awesome. Alright, so we are going to, I'm actually going to enable the filter and edit this after we add the displacement map, just so you could see what happens when we don't edit those values. Alright, so we're going to go into our folder that you've made with your height map and all of your other assets. We're going to drag and drop again. Drag our displacement map into the displacement map section. It's fairly simple. Did I drop it in? Yes, I did. Okay. So you're going to see the displacement show up immediately. It's loading, so give it a second. Awesome. Alright, so as you can see, the displacement worked. If you guys can see the sides here, you can see that it's jutting out from the sides. For this tutorial, we're not using that. We don't need that. We're using just a plane, and we just want this top, I guess the z-axis, or the top, the flat top, to be displaced. Not the sides, nothing else. So to get rid of that, and let me just zoom in so you can really see, because it's a little bit crusty. Alright, so you see the little sides. We're going to get rid of that as well, because we don't need that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is enable the filter. This is going to get rid of those sides that are jutting out. Oops, yeah. Let's click on that. And give it a second so it can do its thing. Also, depending on how fast your computer is, just give it a second. So, you're going to see the sides get smoothed out. Or smoothed out. Alright. Awesome. So, you see it disappeared. So now we have to get rid of the the z-axis. Like it's giving some displacement here that we don't want on the z-axis. So we're going to click here, the displacement map base value, and it tells you what it does if you hover over it. If you're ever concerned about what does what, or what values it should be at, sometimes it does give it to you, or you have to go into the Unreal 5 user manual. So it really depends on what is there. So we're going to switch this to 0 to get rid of that extra height at the side so everything is smoothed out. And once again, it's going to be a minute. Just give it a second depending on your computer. I'm stingy with my love, oh baby. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with the new Beyonce album. Alright, awesome. So it got removed, and we have a smooth, beautiful displacement. And once again, if you needed those options on, you can, but for this tutorial, we don't need it. We just need a smooth plane with some displacement on here, and it looks freaking great. I love it. It looks great. Awesome. So yeah, and this is what you get. So for me, I think this looks okay, but I want to like make it a little higher. So probably like 25. Let's see. Displacement does intensity, and this is what gives it the height. If you want it smaller, or higher, shorter or higher, you just edit the displacement intensity. So it is loading up. So give it 1 second. Awesome. So as you can see, there's more height here, and everything is detailed. So once I accept it, it's gonna finalize everything. So let's do that. Let's do that, guys. Let's redo that. I don't know why it does that. If you do it ahead of time, it's like, no, we're not going to do it. And let's add some more subdivisions. Awesome. It looks perfect. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to hit accept and cross our fingers this doesn't crash again. Did it do it? Yes! Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so we have our mesh completely finished. And I did want to show you guys the side just for the hell of it. I don't know. But yeah. This is it. You can edit it how you like, add lights, emissions, and all of that, movement, whatever you may like. But this is the finished product. Let me just put my little guy up here. Oh my god, I swear if this crashes. Where's my guy at? Where'd he go? That was weird. play from here. There we go. So yeah, you can see all the detail. Yeah, it looks great. I know this is a little bit obnoxious, but that's the only way you can see the detail. Like, I don't know. Like, see that it's actually pretty good. But yeah. If you like this tutorial, don't hesitate to put a like, or leave a comment, or both, or subscribe. Yeah, thank you for your patience, and I'll see you in the next video.